So
Hairs.
we're still on Own Your Story and Transform Your Life, T2 of the 10 Keys to Compassion. And Elizabeth just gave me a great layup right on the edge to dunk it. And the question is, do you want to repeat it or you want me to repeat it?
How do we prioritize ourselves when we are getting up in years, wanting to enjoy what we've worked so hard for, and our adult kids
Be adult
are
kids.
having trouble adulting and, setting the boundary
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
prioritizing yourself, taking care of yourself.
I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. So, in the world of owning your story and transforming your life, what is the story there?
Um,
What's the belief underneath what you said?
I can't, I'm having trouble. I'm having trouble prioritizing myself
Yeah.
because
And
I'm like a marionette or a puppet.
yeah. So again, story, 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 and then we have evidence of our story, and then we have evidence of evidence of evidence of our story, and then we're down this rabbit hole of this belief system that may or may not even be true. It's just what we're making up and what we're telling ourselves and what we're telling everybody else. And then we unconsciously live ourselves right into that. Not making you bad and wrong, not making me bad and wrong, not making anybody bad and wrong for our stories. It's more about, do I want my power back? And it looks like a duck. It quacks like a duck. It feels like a duck. All the evidence all around is a duck. It tastes like a duck. And for me, even to say it's a story is like, no, that's just a freaking duck. A duck is a duck is a duck. Does that resonate as truth?
Yeah, I have lots of evidence.
Yeah. So I'm not denying any of your feelings. I'm not denying any of your experience. And I'm not denying any of your evidence. What I'm playing with in this Own Your Story is a tool to transform, pivot out of what has been happening. And next month, I'm going to be dealing with Mirror Mirror. It's going to be showing us evidence of what's happening. And then and then what's in the evidence behind that is the story that we're telling ourselves that we're living into. And with all of this, it's so critical to be compassionate with ourselves. I was watching some TikTok channels today, a bunch of different, oh my goodness, I've been dead. That is a look right there. I love that look. I love it. It's the new vedette. Nice, nice. Welcome, welcome, vedette. So we're talking about owning our story and transforming our lives. And so it feels like I have to talk almost simultaneously at the same time when I talk about own your story. I almost have to say compassion, but do you want your power back? Compassion. You want to have something new. Compassion. And there's another way to look at this. Compassion. How to so I'm hi Dr. Z, welcome, welcome. So I'm really, really inviting you to hear everything that's coming out of my mouth from what could be powerful here. Hi Madeline, what could give me a new way to see my kids? What could give me a whole new way of seeing my husband? What could give me a whole new way of seeing life? And especially when you're in it, you're deep in it, and you're triggered in it, and you feel stuck in it, and you feel righteous in it, and you feel right in it. Sometimes this month can almost feel traumatizing or wounding. Like you're not caring what I'm really going through. I really have a brain injury, or I really have um you know, a debt, or I really have traumatized person in my life, or all these things. So I'm not denying all the thoughts all of us have. I'm not denying it. I'm actually even loving it up in myself. All the triggers I get into, all the times I go young, all the times I feel upset with myself or others. I'm not making myself bad and wrong for that. I'm not making other people bad and wrong for that. I'm just like, oh, little young part of me. Yeah, this feels so real. Oh, little young part of me. This just feels so hurtful and maddening. And I really hear that you want to get your power back. So this tool is a tool to just play with, you guys. Just play with this. Don't take it as fact. Don't take it as like, I've created my life. I've created stories that are screwing me. It's all my fault. I'm to blame. None of that. I'm not saying any of that. What I'm saying is, how can we take ourselves from this story level of vibration, this negative feeling vibration, into a whole new launch? So, Elizabeth, what are you hearing when I say all that?
Hearing, don't look back, look forward to what I
Yes,
want.
yes, 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 exactly. Vedette, what are you hearing when you're hearing me say all this with your situation? You're muted. Go ahead.
That's when thoughts from both sides of her face.
You're cutting out. Dang, I couldn't hear what you said.
I said my favorite thing is when Dr. Beth talks out of both sides of her face.
Yes,
It's
my
real.
shoot, your phone's not working well. So what Vedette said is her favorite thing is when I talk out of both sides of my face. Yeah, me too, Vedette. Me too. It's the yes and, you guys. It's both and it's willing to be wrong about anything that's not serving me. So if I'm talking out of this side of my face and it feels hurtful, then I'm going to focus on this side of my face where I have power. Both sides are true in my own experience. Both sides feel it feels real. Both sides feel real. So then what dog do I want to feed? Hi, Adeline. Welcome, welcome. So if I feed this little dog that bites me, then I'm going to get bit. If I feed this little dog that loves on me, I'm going to get love. If I feed this belief that makes me feel like crap, I'm going to feel like crap. If I feed this belief that empowers me, energizes me, I get into this feeling of a celebration of myself. I feel hopeful. Either side can be true, and you can find evidence of either side being true. So, Dr. Z, what are you hearing with what I'm talking out of both sides of my mouth? What are you hearing?
Sure. I'm hearing that we can have it all.
Yes. Yes. Boo wah. We get to have it all. We get to have our feelings. We get to have our feels. We get to have our thoughts. We get to have our beliefs. We get to have our power. We get to have our choice. We get to change our other mind. We get to have it all. And if you're stuck in any situation that feels like you're a victim, if you're stuck in any situation that feels like you can't win with yourself, your super 7-year-old doesn't get to win, your little baby 3-year-old doesn't feel safe, your inner teen is just feeling like she's being dissed and it's, not authentic. If any of those feelings are happening, love that part of yourself. Listen to that part of yourself like you were um an arbitrator in a meeting, and you had, five or six different people in the room, and they all had great feelings and great ideas, and they wanted to be heard. Listen to them like you really, really care, like your whole life depends on it. And then make a choice. Hey, Barbise, then make a choice of what you want, what you really, really want. Now, what are you hearing me say in that? Madeline, what are you hearing me say?
Sorry, I had to take another emergency call, so I'm back, but wasn't for a minute.
Okay. And Adeline, I know you're in the middle of something too. Elizabeth or Vidette, what did you hear in that last piece?
I heard make a choice. Okay, do you want to? I mean, it's like I'm not sure how to put this, but like for me, it's like, do you want to stay or do you want to get a divorce? Okay, so if you want to stay, that means what's gonna bring peace and resolution.
Yes.
Or do you just want to win that argument?
Yes.
I, 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 I I know I want peace and I definitely don't want a divorce. I want peace and resolution, but I'm still confused about boundary setting.
Okay, so key 10 is setting boundaries. Setting boundaries driven by my values. Setting boundaries driven by my love. So, setting boundaries is not how do I get you to behave? Setting boundaries is not how do I get you to perform better? Setting boundaries is not how do I get on your porch and control your butt? That is not a boundary. A boundary is how do I take care of me? What's going to bring me peace whether I stay or whether I go? And yes, we just get to have a choice. So, hi Terrence, welcome, welcome. So, Elizabeth, what are you hearing in this, especially with your situation?
I think it's a good reminder to check in. And I realize, like, without even realizing it, I am checking in with the teenager, the 7-year-old and the 3-year-old, because I'm trying to like do what makes me not feel scared, what makes me feel safe, what makes me feel like a winner, and what my inner teen can live with, the pride or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just really being gentle with myself.
So beautiful. And I loved your original question. How do I give myself permission to have priorities? How do I set priorities with my adult child? I love that question. And I love your question, Vidette. I've chosen to stay. How do I stay in peace staying? And when we ask the question that we want to have the answer to, so if I ask the question, what's wrong with me? Why do I keep staying? What's wrong with me? Why can't I tell my kids no? What's wrong with me? That question takes you down a rabbit hole to hell. Versus, what can I do to empower myself? What are my priorities? What can I do to bring myself peace? And you guys, the question that you ask is the most powerful tool to get you to your next action. It's the most powerful tool to turn your brain on into whatever you're having your brain focus on. Hey Jeff, welcome, welcome. So if your brain is what's wrong with me? Um what's wrong with my kids? how did I screw this up? What's wrong with my spouse? Um, what's wrong with my situation? Like all those questions are going to give you like tell me all the reasons I hate myself. Tell me all the reasons I'm a bad person. Tell me all the things that I should feel horrible about myself. Like the question that you ask yourself, and we all have perpetual questions. Like one of my perpetual questions from the past is, why am I not further along? And at the very beginning of this call, I was here for 5 minutes all by myself. And look, there's 9 people here now. Woohoo! So I could have in that first solid 5 minutes. Do you guys know how long 5 minutes feels? It's like, oh, 5 solid minutes of just sitting here. Now, I could have gone a million ways with that 5 minutes. No one's coming. No one wants to play with me. I'm not valuable. I mean, I could have made up all sorts of crap. And that's what I used to do 20 years ago. That was my perpetual way of looking at my life 20 years ago. Now it's like, oh, this is so blissful. How much peace can I feel in this moment? Oh, what do I need to focus on? What's my like I get to choose the question that's going to take my brain in a way that I want to go. So, one of the things that I wanted to, well, before I switch gears, anybody have any questions about what I'm saying or yeah, but anything I'm saying or any reactions? Go ahead, Dr. Z.
I just wanted to say boundaries. It's incredible to me that I didn't know this even 10 years ago, 5 years ago. I I have I had no I didn't even know what that meant. I don't
Yeah.
know if everybody else has been raised that way, but there was like no boundary. We weren't taught how to boundaries. So thank you.
Yes, yes, yes. And sometimes we actually we may know something, but we're not ready to hear it yet. And we may know something, but it doesn't fit in our belief system. We may know something, somebody may have said something someplace, we may have heard it somewhere, read a book about it sometime, but until we feel safe implementing it, it's not safe to even have that thought in our brain. So, what I was going to talk about today was let's say you come up with a brand new choice, and the brand new belief system is what, Elizabeth? What's the new story that you might come up for yourself?
Just keeping the focus on the future, really, and not the past. What
Okay.
do I want the future to look like?
Okay, so my story is I matter, I'm living into the future, and what? And I'm going to put focus on what I want. What else did you say?
Yeah, what I want the future to look like.
And I'm living into
Dude,
my future, my ideal future, the way I
I
want the
mean,
future to look.
my husband and I've had this revelation, like he's about to turn 60 and I'm like adjacent to that. And I feel like it's a big milestone psychologically. And uh you start thinking about, okay, how many really awesome years do you have left? And how do you want to live those years?
Yeah.
Do you want to be reacting to someone else's chaos all the time? Or do you want to have a plan of how you're going to enjoy everything you've worked for?
Yeah. And so it sounds like part of what you're sitting in the question of is how good can I stand it? Like,
Yeah,
am
I
I
mean,
willing to give myself the gift of of celebration of all my hard work? Am I willing to have fun in my 60 plus years? Am I willing to like whatever it is that you want for your ideal of your life? And whoever made up the rule that it's our job to keep our kids and everybody else the priority? Who made that rule? Who said?
I did. I made that rule.
I got it. I got it. We all did. We all made that rule up. And the really cool thing is we get to change our other minds. And I'm even going to give you a get out of jail free card, guilt free card. And that is, as you believe in your kids and as you give your kids the chance to have life experiences and save themselves and like some of my most positive memories of my life are when my dad told me no. Okay, how much money do I need to make for my car? 500's not enough. The car costs 500. Oh, you want me to make 1,000? Okay, I'll make 1,000. I got story after story about that. Oh, I can't have a 10-speed bike. I have to buy it myself. Okay, I'll buy it myself. Third grade. Bought too big of a bike, but who's counting? Um, And so I had a vision that I was going to grow into my size 6 body and be a professional volleyball and basketball player and everything else. So there's what we really get to celebrate as kids. And part of the challenge, Elizabeth, is you being willing to give up the hero role, which is part of that drug of choice.
Yeah.
Everybody get that? Being the hero, paying for that second car, paying for that thing, showing up in that way, giving when you don't want to give, saying yes when you want to say no, choosing what you chose and you're pissed off about choosing. All those things was your own hit. It was your own adrenaline hit. What are you hearing, Madeline?
Well, that it is what you tell yourself or how you frame the question or the situation that creates the problem, I guess. Otherwise, it's all an opportunity to grow. And
Well,
I just,
can I tweak it? Can I tweak what you said a little bit?
what?
So instead of what we tell ourselves causes the problem, what we tell ourselves can get us out of what feels like a problem.
Right.
So from your uh, story, we're causing our own problems. From my story, the story is causing the problems. I get to change the story and I can change it to I can change it. I have the power. So one,
Yeah.
I'm the
Yeah.
bad girl, and two, I have the power.
Right.
Okay, now what else are you hearing?
Um, well, I think it takes a lot of skill to do that. And I'm trying
Okay.
to figure out, okay, how could I turn the situation that I'm feeling right now into a success story? Because I realize that when I mean, I was crying this morning because of some issues that came up, and I was feeling again like the victim and overwhelmed, and I can't handle it. And now I'm like, well, how can I? What is it that I can tell myself so that I can win in this situation? And
Okay,
I think that
great
skill is
question.
sometimes like funny because when I have it really good, and then when I don't have it, I'm like, I mean, it's like a somebody hijacked my brain, and
Yeah,
it's really not something that I know that I can resolve it. It's in
yeah.
me. I have the skills, the intelligence, the experience, but somehow I am not in that place. And so really
So
for
your
me,
young self, Madeline, is in that place. Here's the difference. My 3-year-old can't solve anything. She can't get out of a wet paper bag.
mhm,
My inner 3-year-old cannot get out of a wet paper bag. My loving wise self and my super 7-year-old can help her out of the wet paper bag. But when I'm in my big, huge emotional feels, there is no brain power in that. I'm like
no,
completely enmeshed in my amygdala. I'm like completely enmeshed in my big feelings. So
right,
I can preventively know that when I get hungry, blah 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 is going to happen. When I say yes and I want to say no, such and such is going to happen. When this goes down, I'm going to have big feelings. When this happens, I'm going to have big feelings. So I can preventatively know that when my dad's in town, and if I say yes, or if he changes the the um the changes the plans, my dad changes the plans, or if my kid says he's going to do this but he does that, or if my spouse says it with an eye roll or with an attitude, I know this is going to happen. Like when my siblings do blah blah blah, I know this is going to happen. So the more we know thyself, the more we know what are the times I get triggered, when are the times I lose it, when I haven't eaten, when I haven't slept, when I'm scared about money, when I've said yes and I want to say no, when I feel trapped and I know I'm going to hurt somebody's feelings and I don't want to hurt their feelings. Like, I mean, I could tell you all the things. So when I know all these things, I have like jujitsu power to take care of myself. And when I'm in it, Madeline, when my 3-year-old is in it, in the wet paper bag, I don't try to analyze myself in that moment. I love myself in that moment. I hold her in that moment. And as I'm holding her, I'm becoming a part of me that's like 30, 60,000 foot where I can see the picture and I can think again. But when I'm just being the feeling and just in the feeling, it is a very out of control feeling. And the only thing that I've ever found that helps is loving it up. I've never found beating myself into submission. I've never found, chastising myself into submission. Nothing's ever worked. Go ahead, Dr. Z.
Having the uncontrollable, the frustration of these HMOs and these PPO. Oh, I just lost it the other day because I'm just like the inability to be able to help somebody, a patient, because of their
Yeah.
insurance is
Yeah.
the most mind blowing. It's so frustrating. I just feel like screaming. I feel like it's, that's how I was the other day. I'm just so frustrated.
Yeah.
And,
I,
I tell them now, the staff, I'm frustrated at the system. I'm not frustrated at you.
yeah.
Don't, please
So,
don't
so
take it
that's it.
personally. It's just like I am losing my mind trying to get this lady to the referral place where she needs to go with a mask. And I'm like, I'm just being, what is it called?
Learned
Chopped
helplessness.
off, whatever, at every turn, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Stopped everywhere you go. So that is a really powerful tool that Dr. Z just brought up. Super powerful tool. Did anybody hear what it was? Go ahead, Elizabeth.
Feeling the feelings.
Feeling the feelings, and she did something else.
I missed it.
Making my staff know it's not them.
Yes. 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 That is the difference. So we all get triggered. We all get upset. We all go human. We all go young at times. Every single one of us. And whoever thinks they don't, you know, you're just in denial because it's just part of humanity. And you could go get up on a mountain and just meditate for the rest of your life, and I'm gonna guess you'll still get triggered because you'll still be living with your own brain. So the thing that Dr. Z said is, I'm triggered. This is not about you. So with your kids, Elizabeth, um, I love you guys. I'd love to give you everything. I want you to have it all. And I'm going to get angry if I don't have enough money in my own account to go to Hawaii next month. So I am choosing to let you guys get mad and disappointed in me. And I am going to take care of me. And I hope you take a page out of my book and find a way to take care of you. And I'm going to love you and support you and do everything I can except to become the martyr of your life. I'm not going to do that to you. So that power of what Dr. Z said. So first of all, Elizabeth named it. You got to love up the feelings. Let yourself feel the feelings. Be okay with the feelings. And every time you tell yourself, I shouldn't think this way, I shouldn't feel this way, there's something wrong with me for feeling this way. Um, so, all those things happen. So the question I wanted to play with you guys with today is, what if you create a new story? Okay. What if every one of us create a new story? So here's our 18-lane highway, and this is our perpetual story. This is our way of being. This is our belief system. This is what's right. This is how we see the world. And there's some aspect of this 18-lane highway that you guys aren't in love with, wish you could transform. And that thing, we want to start a path right through the woods. Start a brand new path with a new story. So think about a new story that you could tell yourself. I'm taking care of my kids by taking care of me. I'm taking care of the patients by giving myself permission to fight for the PPO and the HMOs. I'm a good wife for staying in the relationship, even when sometimes I'm disappointed and terrified and scared. I'm a good daughter, even though I've taken care of me in this moment, so that I'm not spewing on somebody else's head. Because if I didn't take care of me, I was going to spew on somebody else's head. Like, we get to make up whatever we want to make up about every single solitary situation. And wherever you're in victim, when you're in the 3-year-old wet paper bag, step one is you got to love yourself in the wet paper bag. And as you're like, oh, baby girl, oh, baby boy, I so get you're in this wet paper bag right now. Feels hopeless. So one of the tools is tell people what's going on, what Dr. Z said. Another tool is, Elizabeth named it, feel the feelings. Another tool is tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Tell me what you want instead. What would you like to make up instead? So who has a question, or who has a yeah but, or who has a reaction to what I'm saying? Jeff, you there?
Yes.
What are you picking up that I'm throwing down?
Well, the story I will say is that my creative expressions are valid and worth putting my time into, and that's my gift.
Love that story. I love that story. Yeah, that's definitely the truth. Okay, so with that story, what is the cost of believing that? So this is another, the question I gave a couple of weeks ago. I said, "What's the payoff in believing the negative story?" This is the other side of that coin that is so powerful. What is the cost of the story you tell yourself you want?
In my case of what I just described, the cost is time and focused energy, which is also a gift. And so I know hearing the milestone of 60 kind of made me go, oh, well, I'm hitting the 65 milestone. So just got my Medicare card in the mail, right? So it's sort of like
Woo!
I'm definitely dealing with some now or never stuff, and I'm feeling it.
I feel you. I feel you. I'm 64 and I just got a little thing that says well point. Something's going down. I don't
Oh,
know
you're
what
going
it
to
is.
have an onslaught of things coming in the mail. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So you can say, I'm 64, I'm almost 65. Oh, I'm old, my life is over. Or, yay, I'm about to get Medicare. Yay, I'm about to have some whole bunch of gifts coming my way. I don't even know what they are. Senior discounts. I'm hoping to ski cheaper. I'm hoping to, I mean, like I have a whole different way of looking at it.
Me too. Yeah.
All right. So the cost is, I want to come back and presence that for a second because we kind of spiritually bypassed it and went right back to the positive, which is totally okay. Which is totally okay. I'm just saying sometimes if you keep finding yourself, I keep telling myself I want to be a millionaire. I keep telling myself I want to, you know, be Dr. Beth of the world. I keep telling myself I want blah, 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 blah. Yet there's some part of me that's not acting on that. So, what is the cost of me acting on it? Go ahead, Elizabeth.
Other people may not like it.
Aha. Okay. So maybe it's my people pleasing. Maybe it's your people pleasing. Maybe it's our good girl trying to avoid conflict. Yeah. Yeah. So sometimes the cost of doing what we say we want has some unconscious or even conscious things that may come with that new way of being, that new belief system. And we have the certainty of our old belief system. We've lived it for however many umpteen thousand years. We've lived that belief system. Now we're going to try on a whole new belief system? What might happen? What might people think? Well, how might our kids react? Okay, what's another one? Dr. Z, what's a cost of what you say you want?
The cost of what I say I want?
Yeah. Like you say you want a new life. You say you want freedom.
Well, I don't have a roommate anymore
Okay,
as of
what's the
Sunday.
cost? What's the cost of that?
I have to, I got this. I mean, it's, 5 cats. It's a
Okay.
house. It's 5 cats. I can do this. I mean, I came out to California all by myself with a 2.5-year-old toddler, built my
Right.
own practice. This is
So note
nothing. A house with 5 cats. Who cares?
so notice how Dr. Z also went right back to reinforcing her new story, right? So this is what we do, which is really awesome, by the way. So we try something new and then
Wait. I'm reinforcing what? That I can do it.
I know.
Right?
I know, but
Oh,
my
okay.
my question was, what's the cost? And you went straight to the cost is I got to take care of my cats, straight to whoop, I got this. I've had a 2-year-old. I can take care of 5 cats. So you skipped right past the cost and came right into a new story of I've got this, which I'm not saying is a bad thing. I'm saying is a fantastic thing.
The
Yes,
comfort, the
yes,
comfort, the comfort.
yes,
The
yes,
cost
yes,
is my I had a comfort zone. I had things been done for me. I had dinner cooked for me.
yes, yes.
Blah 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 blah. Who cares? I'd rather be by myself.
I got it. I got it. But when you were not making that decision for the years that you didn't make that decision, you can't make yourself bad and wrong about it because there was a cost in making that new decision, which, by the way, congratulations that you have chosen you and you're on the other side of it. And now you're creating a new 18 lane highway. So you guys get that? When you're stuck in victim, there's a cost to our new story of getting out of victim. There's a cost. Once we can come up with all the ways to handle all the cost, then it opens up the waterways for us to go ahead and move into that new story. So maybe the cost is my kids won't love me. Yeah, is that really true? Nah, they're gonna always love me. They made me mad, but they'll always love me, and I'll always love them. They just may get disappointed. Have they ever been disappointed before? Yeah, they've been disappointed before. One of my favorite statements that one of my exes used to say to me is, I said, she'd say, "What's keeping you from doing that?" And I'd say, "Well, people may not like me," and she'll say, "What makes you think people like you now?" I'm like, okay, excellent point. I think that's a good point. I don't know that for a truth at all. So playing with the path that has trees and weeds and everything on it, playing with that path, giving ourselves ways to win in the path. Like here's another crazy story I had. Um, Long ago, I felt like my extra fat kept guys from hitting on me, and I worked for a lot of men in automotive dealerships. So my belief system was that if I stayed heavy, I wouldn't disappoint all these men that were going to be just flocking all over me. It's a good story. Um, but anyway, and so what I came up with was a way to tell people, thank you so much for inviting me on a date. Thank you so much for your interest in me. And I'm, whatever, whatever. And I had a whole plan. And once I had that plan, I didn't need that that one story lost all of its power. Then I had another story. If I got to a size 2, I'm helping the whole establishment of women should be small. And I'm helping the whole establishment that whitewashes women, and so I was like defying this perfect look in a woman. And what I got was I could be even more powerful by embracing my beauty. I'm not going to let anybody have the power to not let me have my beauty. And my health. Like I'm choosing my health. So do you guys see what I did with those costs of getting skinny, costs of looking too beautiful, costs of getting out in the world. So whatever it is, the thing that you say you want that you're not doing, if you'll look at the cost of what would happen and then give yourself a new plan for how to deal with that cost, then it no longer has its power over you. All right, Terrence, are you hearing anything I'm saying? Is it making sense, or am I talking gibberty jock?
Uh, I am. I think for me, the cost is you don't get to have the pity party anymore.
Ah, okay. That's the cost of the okay, that's the cost of the new story. That's right. So then you got to go to, okay, what's the cost of not getting to have my pity party? Well, somebody's not loving on me. Like get it. If it's really stopping you, you guys, if the cost is stopping you, then it probably has 10 to 15 to 30 tentacles that's a part of it. So, like with Dr. Z in having no roommate, it had a whole bunch of tentacles, a bunch of tentacles. That some of them were invisible tentacles, and some of them were conscious tentacles. So, what else about that, Terrence?
I mean, if you want to change your story, right, you've got to figure out what's holding you back from changing the story. What your 20 million tentacles are, or whatever, however many tentacles there are, you got to figure out what the tentacles are so you
Yeah,
figure out how
yeah.
best to chop them away.
And one of the ways to find the tentacles is to see what your current comfort zone is. Like if your current comfort zone is victim, or your current comfort zone is anxiety, or your current comfort zone is depression, or your current comfort zone is I'm broke, or your current comfort zone, fill in the blank. So whatever your natural way of being is, that is your comfort zone. Whether it's comfortable or not, that's your comfort zone. Because that just is your 18-lane highway. Just keeps coming back. Wherever you go, there you are. Next relationship, wherever you go, there you are. Next job, wherever you go, there you are. So anybody else? What are you guys hearing here? Go ahead, Dr. Z. I thought you're Madeline, anything else?
Yeah, I mean, I could say that I'm broke or I am depressed, but I'm also like always very busy and
And also living in a house.
doing things that I love.
And,
It seems like it's not a very simple answer.
okay, so
There's,
let's play with that, okay? I'm broke and what you depressed? Is that the two? Broke and depressed?
emotionally
Upset?
upset,
Okay.
whatever.
I'm broke and emotionally upset. So none of us are really broke. I mean, just look around you.
Yeah, that's true.
There's no one on this call that's broke. And
Right.
upset, let me ask you this. Are you upset when you're sleeping?
No.
Okay, so that's at least 8 hours of every day, or six, or however many hours you give yourself to sleep. So whatever story we tell ourselves, we can always find evidence of where it's not true. Like, I never
Right.
put myself as a priority. Well, is that really true? I need to go to the bathroom this morning, and I went, and I didn't care if the phone rang, and I didn't care if this happened, and I didn't care if that happened. Like, start finding evidence of the story that you want to be true, instead of finding evidence of the story that brings you back to your 18-lane highway that you wish and hope isn't true.
I think there is a reason or a payoff for doing this. Is I think that it's my like alarm, like you better watch it because this is sort of you're in sort of a dangerous place. And it's like I have trained myself, maybe as a kid I did,
Yeah.
to sort of like
Yeah.
put
We
that
think
alarm
it's
there so that
protect.
I can behave. I can
Yeah.
just like
Yeah. Yeah.
like this is the time for me to really change my behavior. And maybe you have a better way to explain what I'm saying.
Well, my favorite is beatings will continue until morale increases.
Right.
And it's up in almost every business I went in, because all the employees felt this way. They felt like the only way they get changed is to be told what they're doing wrong. Everybody focuses on what you did wrong, you're in trouble, you're getting written up. Beatings will continue until morale increases. So we learned early on all the little young things that we learned to try to protect our little 3-year-old selves. And our super 7-year-old is like this little school guard crossing, trying to protect our little 3-year-old from the big bad world. Literally, a 7-year-old with a little banner and a sign that says "Stop, go, stop, go." And that's the power of these little young beliefs that we have.
Yeah, it's
And
crazy.
then the inner teen comes in, it's like, get a freaking break. Take a chill pill. You don't even have
Yeah,
all that power. You don't
right.
you wish you could do what you could do with all that little super 7-year-old business. And so when we
That's
take it
so
to the next level of our loving wise self, I was listening to an intuitive spiritual speaker, and she was like, the world is waking, and there are several little stories of the indigo kids that are talking, and when I don't know how I get these kids on my feed, but I'm like, love, love, love. And all these little kids, they'll be 3, they're 5, and they start talking about how we're all connected and how we all love, and how there's nothing to be afraid of, and all these things. Then if you get on the news channel, it's like, die, fire and brimstone. Or get on the religious channel, die, fire and brimstone, we're all going to hell, it's going crash and burn. So
Yeah.
make
I think so.
sure.
The lesson is, I think, how to be kind to myself, or we
Yes.
can be kind to ourselves, and still get the action that's required that the beating would have supposedly
Yeah,
helped with.
supposedly is the key question, the key comment there. Like, it
You know what
doesn't
I mean?
work. It does
Well,
not work.
It worked for many years.
It worked till it doesn't. It worked till
Yeah.
it doesn't. All right, Adeline, what are you hearing?
So I was just thinking about how I felt disconnected. And then when you said, can you find a place where you are connected? Like to source, I'm talking about now. And so I was like, wow, yeah, I haven't been looking for places where I am connected.
Yes, 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 yes. This is the power of owning your story. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Feel the feeling as if that is the truth and just watch the magic. Watch the magic. Go ahead, Dr. Z.
The magic, I have to tell you, the magic was for me,
Yes.
the joy, the magic was having a D'Artagnan experience what he really wants to really wants. Tell me what you want, what you really want. He doesn't have to tell me, I already know. So I bought him a, adventure hour from Livermore Airport for an hour flight. That all the way
Woohoo!
to Golden Gate Bridge.
Oh, how
And
fun.
because I knew that in my heart, that's what he wants to do. I mean, I know him. He's half me. I told him. Stop being, he's like, he's so hard on himself. I told him that. You're so hard on yourself. Nothing's perfect. If you want to go after something, you're going to do it. Do it. This is the time. I mean, I didn't get out of residency till I was 31 years young. I said,
Right?
you have plenty of time. You're only 25. You can't,
Right.
like, I haven't figured it out either. But if you want to pursue that and you don't want to sit in an office and do, I don't know, boring finance, like, ugh, then go and do what you want to do. Here, go
All
do
right.
what you want to do.
We are at 2:58 in this call. So what I want you to do, Dr. Z, is go back to the end of this call and write down your prescription you just gave yourself.
Do what I want to do. Yes, ma'am.
All right. So you guys, this is where it gets fun. This is where it gets fun. If you get to have it all, as Elizabeth said, get to have it all. Our feelings and our beliefs and our righteousness and what we really, really want. We just listen to it and observe it and we're a part of it instead of it being what's your takeaway, Terrence? Oh, we lost him. Okay. He needs to drop. Okay. So anybody else needs to drop, come off Zoom and tell me what's your takeaway.
Actually, it was Dr. Z who said those famous words, we can have it all.
Okay, we'll give Dr. Z the power. All right, what's your
And I'll
takeaway?
take credit, but
Yeah, why might as well. We're all connected, we're all one. So what's your takeaway, Elizabeth?
What do you want?
Yeah.
What do you really, really want?
Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. All right, Vedette, what's your takeaway? Madeline, what's your takeaway? Oh, you're muted, Madeline. Go, Dr. Z. What's your takeaway?
Finding out what I really want.
Yes, I love that, Dr. Z.
Thank
I
you.
love that question. That's the game, you guys. I have something on my mirror. It says, "What's in my highest order and fullest potential in this moment? What's the next divine, fun-loving action? Close your eyes, breathe, ground, and listen from my heart." So I do that every day. What's in my highest order and fullest potential in this moment? Because sometimes we just don't know what we just don't know. We don't even know what we want. Okay, Vedette, what's your takeaway?
Well, I can't get my speaker. I hope you can hear me, but
Yes, I
that's
can.
exactly what I was thinking. Like in that moment, I can't express myself clearly because I don't even understand what it is I'm feeling. So I can't say it until I am clear myself. Like right now, I'm in the middle of a text conversation with Mike. I'm not even really sure what I'm trying to say to him myself. So I was like, I can't even find the words because I don't even know what I'm trying to say.
So this is when Dr. Z brought up, tell people it's not about you, this is about me. And you say, Mike, I need a 5-minute timeout.
No, I did. He gets that. That's okay. We're cool with that. It's just I just think it's great that I realize that I can't even talk about it right now because I got to go sit down and think about what the heck I'm
That's
trying to.
brilliant. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. The
Yeah, we're
first
doing way
step.
better, by the way.
I'm so happy, Vidette. I'm
Thank
so happy.
you. Me too.
So happy. So the key, you guys, is first and foremost, go within. If you're triggered, there's some part of you outside yourself that's trying to point you to you, point you to loving you. All right, Jeff, what's your takeaway?
Have fun. Enjoy the process.
I'll have what he's having. Madeline, can you talk yet?
Yeah, but take a deep breath.
Yeah. And really have so much compassion for yourself right where you are, Madeline. Don't try to fix it. Don't
No.
try to change it. If you will love it and be with it and really, really care that you're in it, not expect somebody else to care, not expect somebody else to fix it, but like you really, really love the young part of you that's hurting right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
Yeah.
part, that's the salve, that's the healing element.
Mm.
All right, you guys. My takeaway is I'm just so grateful that y'all showed up. I would have enjoyed my hour all by myself, but it's so much more fun being here with you.
You're
And
welcome for the 5 minutes beforehand, by the
yeah,
way.
thank you.
We
Thank you.
we planned that out, you know.
Everybody planned it. I love it. And I'll be on tonight too. We're on the 4th week of the month. So we have another session tonight at 6 o'clock Pacific. If anybody wants more, I'll be here. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, you guys. Mwah.
Bye.
6 o'clock. Thank you.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye.